Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Look at Quantum Conundrum. This is kind of a hotly anticipated indie release that has just come out on Steam, and this is published by Square Enix, but developed by Airtight Games. And you might be familiar with Airtight Games because of one of their founding members. I'm not sure, I should say prominent members, because I'm not sure if she was involved in the founding, but one of the prominent members of Airtight Games is Kim Swift, previously employed by Valve, and was actually the creator or designer of the Portal franchise. So she left Valve, I guess, fairly recently, founded or became part of Airtight Games, and now Quantum Conundrum exists and very much is similar to Portal, but I mean, I'm going to try to avoid making the comparison too often, but indeed, this is a first-person puzzle platformer that does bear a lot of similarities to that game that shall remain unnamed right now. But in any case, let's get started here. This is 15 bucks on Steam, and I'm going to just preface this entire video by saying that this is like 2 thumbs up, hearty recommendation, easily, and I do mean this, easily one of the best indie games that has come out this year on any platform. So we're going to go to level select. I've played about an hour of the game so far, and it looks like I'm about a fifth of the way through. As you can see, my completion's about 19%. So you can probably look for maybe like 5 or 6 hours. Recall indeed that I do suck at puzzles, so we're still fairly early on here. But let's start with maybe Fluffy Journey of Discovery, so I can kind of explain what the heck is going on here. So we do have a level select screen. I'm going to go back to some earlier stuff so I can kind of explain what the heck is going on. So we are moving around here in 3-dimensional space, of course. I'm using my Xbox 360 controller, but you can indeed use a mouse and a keyboard. And the kind of central gimmick of this game, well, first things first, we can pick things up. So I can like pick up this battery right here. And I think, you know, if I wanted to, I could maybe throw it through this window. Oh, it's just going to bounce off. Okay, but anyway, we can also throw things with the B button, pick things up with the X button. Now, the battery is powering this generator here, and what this generator does is power a device that is currently attached to my hand in the glove format. So we have like a power glove, basically, we're wearing right now, that allows us to shift dimensions. So right now, we are in the normal dimension, but if I hit the right trigger, I shift things into the fluffy dimension. Now, in the fluffy dimension, absolutely everything is 10 times lighter. So you see, there's the safe here. If I try to pick this up in the normal dimension, I cannot. If I go to the fluffy dimension, I can throw this bad boy around. I can like pick up entire sofas and toss them, or just drop them. And what we're going to need to do here is maybe take this and throw it. As you can see, it just kind of bounces off. So we're going to take it, throw it, and shift dimensions as we throw it.
You, sir, are a degenerate.
As our narrator makes his first appearance, and this will allow us to access this room right here. So I'm also going to, you know, go to the fluffy dimension and pick up the shapes here. So the central gimmick of this game is that we have to use these dimensions, and we will come across more, and I'll show another dimension off. The only other one I've encountered so far, but there are, as I've heard, 4 in the game. Throw all this furniture in here just in case I need it, you never know. So yeah, similarities to Portal I think are immediately apparent. This game is basically organized, not into test chambers so much, but we're making our way through like our uncle's mansion. And our uncle is an inventor, and he's kind of set up these puzzle rooms. Well, I guess he hasn't set them up for us. It's not like a GLaDOS situation where he's like, I guess, malicious towards us. It's more he's trying to help us out, so he drops clues for us to solve these puzzles. But it is very much kind of in the same sense that there are puzzle rooms set up. So when we hit this button, something will happen. And after you finish the room, of course, you move on to the next one. So the puzzles are distinct. They're rarely like more than 1 room in length. So as you can see, every time I hit this switch, this will cause this safe to drop. And if I hit the switch again, then it will cause the safe to disappear and another one to drop. There's a fan below us. Just by shifting into the fluffy dimension, we can quite easily make our way up here. And now we have this switch over here. Now if I stand on this, it actually does not produce enough weight to power open this door, I guess, over here. What we can do is go fluffy dimension, then pick up our safe, carry it over here, drop it down, and this will open the door. So the puzzles so far have been fairly easy. There's been only a couple that I've been stuck on for more than like 4 or 5 minutes. But I expect they do get harder. And they're actually designed in really inventive ways, and I hope that I'm going to get to show off some of the really cool ones that I've come across so far. So I've kind of forgotten what happens in this level. But we'll hit this button. You can kind of follow the electricity and see what it does. Spits out a safe, okay. Oh, I remember this level now. Okay, what we have to do, I think, is head down here. And recall that this is not my first time going through these puzzles, so it's going to be fairly easy for us. For me, anyway. But this is why I'm showing stuff off at the like early outset of the game, because I don't want to make it seem like this game is incredibly easy. But suffice to say, I haven't had too much trouble with the puzzles so far. Difficulty seems good, though. The puzzles are satisfying. They're not that difficult, but they are satisfying. So is that... that's a safe, right? So if we switch back to our normal dimension, then that will weigh 10 times more and we'll fall down. So we'll instead just try to use this as a jumping puzzle to get across. I've encountered a fair few jumping puzzles, so it's not all just puzzling. And, you know, unlike a game like Rune Classic, my Let's Look At that will be up, you know, eventually. I think the puzzling in this game is very satisfying. So we'll follow the electricity up here. Spitting out 3 safes this time. Now there should be... I think right now we'll just make ourselves... Oh, there's a fan over here. That's what's causing it. Okay. So we'll make ourselves like a little staircase here by using this fan. And we'll probably need... Let's put this one up like here. And then this one like right here. I don't know if I'll be able to jump on it. Yes, okay. I was thinking I would probably need this one close so I could like move it up here, but we'll see. What does this switch do? Where does that power go to? It turns on this fan. Oh, we gotta get all the way up here. Okay, so now I understand what we're supposed to do here. Let's grab this bad boy and toss it down here. Oh, no, come back. Okay, so then normal dimension, then fluffy dimension, and we should just be able to float all the way up here. Excellent. So as you can see, this is fairly typical of the puzzle design that I've come across so far. There's a lot of manipulating physics. It's very much not like, oh, flip this switch and then flip this switch to move along. It's not like a puzzler where you're just looking for keys to open doors or anything like that. You have to interact with the environment in very meaningful ways to continue, and I think it's very satisfying as a result of that. So maybe we'll do one more room like this, and then I will move onwards. This is a room that is going to seem fairly similar, I think, to a room that we've had earlier. Let's just hit the fluffy dimension. Ooh, this is not right. Okay, we're going to hit the switch again. There we go, that should work. So, by entering the fluffy dimension, those are strong enough or light enough to stick to the walls. If we entered normal dimension, they would of course just fall because they weigh too much. But we have one more puzzle in this room, so I think it's basically going to be exactly the same thing. The game does a very good job of introducing mechanics. Oh, okay, now this is a little different. But it's a good example of what I was trying to illustrate, is that the game does a good job of introducing mechanics slowly and like doing variations on a theme in order to teach you just what the heck is going on. So by hitting right trigger here, I can switch us back to the normal dimension, then quickly back to the fluffy dimension in order to give ourselves a suitable set of platforms here to jump across. So if we're about to enter the next room, which we are, I'll quit back to the main menu, and we'll move a little bit further along so that I can show you some of the other cool stuff that shows up, at least in the first fifth of the game that I've encountered so far. As far as I know, the game is divided into... Where do I want to go here? The game is divided into 4 wings, like a blue, green, yellow, red wing. And each one of those kind of functions as a world. I don't know if there's anything after that. But I think I want springing... Around the World was actually a lot of fun. Let's check out Around the World. So there's at least 4 different wings, and I imagine each one of them has their own kind of unique set of puzzles. Okay, this is a very difficult puzzle, actually. That might take me a second. So we'll hit this switch. So cause this dude to spit out safes. Now we also, I should mention, now have access to the heavy dimension. Now in the fluffy dimension, everything is 10 times lighter. In the heavy dimension, everything is 10 times heavier. So, you know, things that we can normally pick up in the regular dimension, like these books, for example, I cannot pick up in the heavy dimension. But the other cool thing is that in the heavy dimension, these laser beams, like watch this, they cut through these safes in the fluffy dimension. That was not a good idea there. Try that. Yeah, see, they just slice through these safes in the fluffy dimension. But in the heavy dimension, we can try it with this book probably. Didn't really work. Let's grab another book and try this out. Just want to illustrate what the hell's going on here. Yes, as you can see, like, it blocks the laser beams without getting hurt. Anyway, so we're going to hit this switch. We're going to start with the fluffy dimension. And what I'm going to try to do is block these lasers, like throw and then immediately switch to the heavy dimension so that I can work my way through here. This is actually going probably about 200 to 300 times better. Oh, but I can't do it like that. Right. Now I remember. Okay. Hit the switch. Fluffy dimension. Grab this dude. Throw him over. Hopefully he won't get hit. Ooh, good. He didn't get hit by the laser. Okay, now we'll go to heavy, or now we'll go, where did the other, there we go. Safe go. Okay, now we'll throw this one over here and immediately go heavy dimension after that. Worked out perfectly. Those lasers will, of course, kill us in one hit in case you've never played a video game before. Now we'll throw this one over here and immediately switch to heavy dimension. Perfect. Oh, I thought that was going to roll out of the way and screw me over, but we did make our way through here. And now this is my favorite puzzle that I've come across so far. This is very close to the end of the first chapter, and it really illustrates or ties together a lot of the things that you've learned about so far. So what he said, if I just, you know, talked over in there, is that each one of these things, and you can notice that he's dropping hints right now. I also happen to be on the basketball team. Try the lid as a backboard, so he's much less or much more generous, you should say, or much nicer than GLaDOS is. But he serves a similar purpose of definitely moving the story along as kind of our unseen narrator. So yeah, he mentioned that each one of these things needs basically a battery popped into it in order to power it. And we need all 3 of these to turn on, because as you can see, they're attached to wires, and those wires will open that door down there. So here's what we have to do. Oh, we have to fall nearly to our deaths. Now what we have to do is get up here. Now by hitting this switch, and this is also a good example of how the game introduces mechanics slowly and then kind of builds on them from there. Similar to, you know, a game like Portal. Oh god, we lost that one. Okay, let's hit the switch again. So we'll grab this one in the fluffy dimension, and then by using B, we can throw it in. There you go. Super easy, right? Now this one should get powered up, and it'll move out of the way. Now we got to get one in over there, but it's not rotating around to like just give us this easy shot. So we have to find a way to get our ball in there. So the first thing we'll do, of course, is spawn. Oh, no. Spawn another battery that we can use here. And then it will introduce another mechanic that we saw a little bit earlier in the game. Well, you didn't see it, but I saw it, and that's these springs. So if you put a safe on these springs, and then go in the heavy dimension, and then go fluffy dimension, the safe will fly up in the air. And we can actually, like, repeat that. Try to use it like a trampoline, like, to get higher and higher bounces. But anyway, we don't need to do that right now. Actually, we kind of do need to do that right now. I immediately regret saying that. What we're going to do is put the basketball, for lack of a better word, on this. We're going to make ourselves heavy. We're going to stand on top of this safe, and then we're going to do a sweet-ass NBA street-style alley-oop. Get out of there, man. What are you doing? So we'll go light, grab this, throw it in. Successful. Now we're like, okay, there's one more left, but how the hell do we get over there? I guess we could walk over this way, but that's boring. Instead... Oh, I've never even noticed that there was one thing down here that generates... Okay, that's good game design right there. Too bad I didn't notice that. So we're going to throw ourselves through here.
Oh, come on.
And carry this in. I guess I don't really need to carry that in. But I'm kind of curious as to what function this area serves now. But anyway, like I've been here before. Let's use our spring to get this crate all the way over there. We'll grab this bad boy. And we'll do pretty much the same thing, but again, just variations on a theme. So we'll put our basketball right here. We will pick up, remember we're in the fluffy dimension right now, which is the only reason I can move these things around. We will drop our crate there, or our safe there. Go into the heavy dimension so it weighs down the springs. Then go into the fluffy dimension. Grab the basketball in midair and kind of slam dunk it.
Well played.
Sort of slam dunk it, I guess, anyway. And yeah, so this is probably my favorite puzzle room that I've come across so far. I had a lot of fun figuring out this stuff. And I feel kind of bad about spoiling it, but alas, you know, inevitably I'm going to spoil some of the joy in this game, just because each puzzle is, like, fantastically well designed, and I'm having a really good time with the game so far, so inevitably, you know, some puzzles are going to be spoiled, but I have faith that if you are already watching this and you think, man, I'm a fan of this game, I'm a fan of Portal, like, for 15 bucks, you are definitely going to find yourself wanting to buy this, my guess, I should say. This is maybe the last level I'll show, just to kind of show off a little bit of the variety, because not every room is just puzzles. We also come across some rooms that are kind of like standard platforming sections, so obviously we want to watch out for those lasers. And then there's sections that kind of function as both. So what we want to do here is make sure that we're standing behind this couch. Then we'll enter the heavy dimension, because recall, in the heavy dimension, our physical objects have a much higher melting point, so we can just kind of put them through the lasers safely and use it as a shield. Now we'll switch back to the fluffy dimension and prove that we know what we're doing right here. Put down our Chesterfield and do the same thing on the other side, but a little bit more harrowing. Now we're going to want to go this way, and I didn't do this last time, and I think I missed out on a secret because of it. Oh, never mind. It just disappears. That's a shame. Instead, what I'm going to do is just come down here. There's a character in here.
I wonder what he's eating.
This guy's named Ike. It's like interdimensional kinetic something. I don't remember, but he's this kind of cute character that shows up now and then, and I'm sure he factors into the story a little bit later. My guess is that, you know, he will become a little bit more of an enemy, or he'll be seen as maybe the how can I say this? Like the force that is pushing that has screwed our uncle over and basically trapped him in limbo, which is where he is right now. So we got some more like platforming segments here, but again, that's all speculation. I hope I didn't accidentally spoil anything. So we'll just run through these platforming segments, try not to get crushed. Puzzles like that always remind me of Galaxy Quest. And we'll just continue following these
Almost
conveyor
there.
belts. I'll try to keep my motion sickness in control here, or under control. Now we've got a pretty similar puzzle here. We're just going to grab this safe, pop it down on this thing right here, and by doing this, I think I can just jump on this immediately and get myself onto this conveyor belt. As we've seen before. Oh god. I think I need another conveyor. Oh, no, this is just platforming. Okay, cool. So we'll just platform our way through here. So there are a substantial amount of, maybe substantial is not the right word, but there are a lot of jumping puzzles in this game, in addition to, you know, like more puzzly type levels. And I think the balance actually is something that works really well. So what we're going to do here is drop down some safe and do some physics-based puzzling. We got to break this glass first. That didn't work. I'm not sure why, to be honest with you, but hopefully on our second attempt that'll work totally fine. Oh, no, I messed that up a little bit. Okay, grab this. Come over here. Put it on the thing. That's probably not going to work, is it? Oh, no, that's not even close. Okay, grab the safe in the fluffy dimension. Put it on this in the heavy dimension. Go back to fluffy dimension to spring it up. That, oh, I totally forgotten that I need to switch back to the heavy dimension. Otherwise, our safe just bounces harmlessly off it the way you would expect, you know, like a plastic sword or something to do it. Okay, so now we'll switch heavy. There we go, and that easily... Oh, no! I fucked it up. Clearly. And every time you die, it gives you, like, a tip. Like, thing number something you will never experience. Your first overdraft fee. Then one time I was like, thing you will never experience number 711. Your first kiss. And I was like, oh, come on, game. Why you gotta be like that? So we'll break through that. We will grab our next safe. Try not to fuck up our jump here. Put this in the heavy dimension on the plates. And then spring ourselves up now that we can go through the glass.
Nicely done.
And I think that will be the end of our room here as I hit this switch to enter the next area. So this is basically at the end of the blue wing. I actually just want to exit. We'll go back to the main menu because I haven't actually completed that puzzle myself, so I'm not sure if I would you know, be stuck at that for maybe a half hour. I'll show you some of the other stuff in the game. I believe, call me crazy, I thought there was a level editor in this. I'm not going to go to download content yet because I thought... okay, well I'm not going to say that there is or is not a level editor in this, but there have been times when I, like, come across something and it's like, okay, this component is now available in the R&D lab, and I'm okay, so a level editor is either here or coming, and I believe downloadable content has been promised as well. But we'll try maybe, you know, like, 1 or 2 more levels. Let's go to, which one was the one that gave me so much trouble? It was before this. I think it was Needle in a Haystack. We'll try this. Yes, this was the level. So the way this works, and again, this is a good example of how they introduce mechanics one by one, is we have these blue beams and we have these red laser beams. The red laser beams obviously just kill you if you walk into them. However, outliving, just about everything. That's true, I will not experience that. However, these blue beams are not the same. If we walk through these, it just deactivates something, as he's talking about right now. So if we just move this box out of the way, then we cause power to come through here so we can actually walk into this room. What we actually have to do now is... Oh, is there a pill on the ground out here? Not yet. We have to hit the switch. Then we will see a pill created. Or a battery. There it is. So we'll pick that up. We will come back in here and slot this into our generator. Now with that in our generator, we can access the heavy dimension. So what we'll do is pick up a cardboard box. Drop the cardboard box down in front of this laser beam. Pick up this pill, or battery again, I always make that mistake. Put that in here, and then we will have access. Remember that these are batteries, like the red one gives us access to the heavy dimension, and the blue one gives us access to the fluffy dimension, which powers our glove. So now we know what we have to do is block off this blue beam right here to progress. What I did the first time I played through this is tried to stack up all of these fucking cardboard boxes, like braced against this wall so that the fan didn't push them away. That was a bad idea, and it cost me, like, probably close to, like, 30% of my game time just trying to do that. What we're actually going to do, move a safe over here, drop it down. Real weight on the safe means that the fan won't push it away. And then we'll pick up a cardboard box. I can pick that up in its normal dimension, but then I can make it super heavy, otherwise it'll get pushed away. And block off that, and this should allow us to access this room right here. Unless I've missed a switch somewhere. Have I missed a switch somewhere? It's possible I've missed a switch somewhere. What have I done? I beat this level before!
I'm not entirely sure how many BEDs of radiation that emits.
Oh, you know what I need to do now? I need to just come back in here and then switch to the fluffy dimension. And then I'll move those things out of the way, and we can move onwards. But anyway, let's go back to the main menu. This is Quantum Conundrum. In terms of length of this game, it looks like you're looking, you know, probably like 6 hours, maybe a little bit more than that if you're terrible at puzzlers like I am. But this is highly, highly recommended. I mean, for those of you who paid 50, 60 bucks for Portal 2 upon its release, or, you know, Portal as part of the orange box, I think 15 bucks for a game of a similar length and similar design represents a very attractive purchase for most people, and I'm not going to hesitate to go on the record and say that this is absolutely one of the best indie games this year. So do yourself a favor, if you're into games like this, absolutely pick up Quantum Conundrum. It is a game made by talented people, and it shows. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.